You know, I thought about starting this video out by making like a Panther growl, because we've got a Panther platform car here, but then I just realized I don't think I really know how to do that. And yeah, no, I'm not going to try. I don't have a good way to approach that. But approaching this car, something I'm prepared to do. It is a 2010 Mercury Grand Marquis Ultimate Edition, as they badged it, which I don't entirely know. I don't think it really means anything too terribly special on this, other than they were trying to signify that this was finally, ultimately, the Ultimate Edition, the end of the run. Although, in all honesty, they made this for one more year. Not necessarily the Ultimate Edition, but the Grand Marquis, which I suppose makes this the Penultimate Edition, and not the Ultimate Edition, because they killed it off finally after the 2011 model year. But yeah, let's poke around it. This particular car is in pretty darn good shape. It's not absolutely perfect. We'll poke out the warts here and see what we've got. But generally speaking, very nice. It's a 97,000 mile car, and yeah, let's check it out. Got the keyless entry here. It does work. Power seats. Those guys work. All those adjustments, cool. This guy, oh, lumbar. Oh, you hear that guy going. Cool. Trunk popper. We'll check that out in a minute. But, you know, this thing has held up very well. The interior's pretty exceptional on it. Leather's in good shape. Let's start her up. I know. I opened the trunk, so we're not going to see the mileage. Well, we'll get that in a minute. Turn the lights on. Signals work, high beams work. Wipers. We got wipers? We've got wipers. Oh, we've got wiper sauce. Blower's blowing. Various speeds work. Excellent. What do we have here? Stereo works. I don't have a disc to feed the CD player to make sure that guy works. So full disclosure, don't know if the CD player works, though I assume it does. Cup holders. Didn't come with the cigarette lighter option, just the old 12-volt port. So, doesn't smell like a smoker's car. I don't see any evidence of smoking, so that all is a pretty good sign. To try and claim this was a smoke-free environment. Alright, mirrors. They adjust. They got the little snakes climbing out of it logo on there, which I believe means it's a heated mirror. So that's cool. It's got that going for it. Locks. Windows. Always important to check the window regulators on Ford products at this era. And GM products, if we're being honest. Let's check out the rest. On the exterior things I've noticed, there's a little ding here. About maybe a 50-cent piece ding with a little scratch. These moldings, this guy's peeling back a tiny bit on the leading edge of this rear driver's side door, and you can see there's a little yellowing to the topmost edge on all of these side moldings. Super common, definitely worth noting though. I didn't see what the date is on these tires. 2015. So 35th week of 2015. So tires are just about due. Those guys are 8 years old. That's about as long as I would want to stretch a set of tires. They are nice Michelins. They got decent tread, but they're kind of end of life as far as age is concerned. The worst thing on this exterior is this bumper cover here. You can see the paint on this corner, mostly on the top, is burnt and kind of died back a little bit. You can see it here as well. It almost looks like just this corner of the bumper cover maybe has been painted before, like it needed a minor repair, and so they opted to paint it. But I don't see any other than this failing paint here. I don't really see any other signs of paint work on this car, and even I don't see any other paint work on the bumper cover, because the rest of the bumper cover is clean. The wheel looks pretty darn good. Just a very few minor rock chips on real close inspection. Hood is good. This front valance is good. Some marks here, but that's most of it. Real light scuff here. And you know what? Maybe this whole bumper cover has been painted. You can see there's some paint imperfections here too. I'm being absurdly picky on a, sub $10,000 car, I would assume. Maybe not. Maybe it'll go for more. I don't know. Challenge accepted. But pretty darn straight car. I did notice, which is again another common thing on these, just in here, in the gutter at this joint molding here, just back in there, there's starting to be a little bit of peel back on the paint, like a factory adhesion issue. I noticed it worse on this side. There's a little bit on the other side as well, but pretty minor and pretty typical stuff on these cars. Nothing really to write home with on the trunk lid. There's the absolutely enormous Panther platform trunk. Plenty of room for all of the things you can possibly ever take with you in a sedan, including the spare. And it can seat 6, got the bench seat in the front, bench seat in the rear. So, maybe you could fill all that, I don't know. Here's the other biggest imperfection on this car. Something got kissed here on this bumper cover here on the corner, so a little bit of paint damage, a little bit of spider cracking here on the top of the cover. And then there is a crack here in the lens on this taillight. Doesn't look like water's getting in. I don't see any signs of moisture or anything in there. It's been pretty darn dry here. It's a Northern California summer, middle of August, so, take that into consideration. That's really it. There's really not too much. You can see what I'm talking about, and actually in retrospect, maybe it's a little bit worse on this side here where it's dyed back. If you wanted to address that, that would be pretty easy to do. Thankfully with this color, this fleet white, incredibly easy color to get matched. Let's look in the back. We haven't done that, have we? Nice back here, lots of room. Put this guy down. Let's see, any treasures? Cup holders. No other treasure to write home about, but the back seats here have held up extremely well. Doesn't seem like it's seen a lot of traffic. You got lots of room to go 3 wide here, 3 wide up front. You and 6 of your closest friends go take a road trip, and we didn't pop the hood, did we? Why don't we look under there? Try again. Ta-da! The old 4.6 modular. Pretty darn clean engine bay. Idling right along. Fluid on level. Coolant level. is good, I should say. It's like a pretty fresh AC Delco battery. Overall, seems to be a pretty darn good sub 100,000 mile Panther platform car. So why don't we jump behind the wheel? We'll drive it down this here twisty road a little bit. Won't go beat it up too much. It is a full-size Panther platform car. Not really designed to take on the twisties, but we're gonna do it anyway, so let's get to it. Okay, Grand Marquis time. Seem to have caught up to a Hyundai Accent. And so, yeah, that's enough of hustling this thing down a twisty road. It's a Panther platform car, and it drives like one. But a pretty well-sorted one. It drives like a 97,000 mile car. And yeah, it will be interesting to see what this one does at auction. So, I guess without further ado, go ahead and follow the link in the description below if you haven't seen the auction yet. If you have already seen the auction, cool, let's see what it does. And thanks for watching along with the tour and the drive. And yeah, let's see what it does. All right, thanks friends.